Hey there, welcome to the video. My name is David, and today is my 6-month anniversary on the carnivore diet. That's it, 180 days. We're going to talk about how the 6 months have been and what I did to celebrate today, because not only is it 6 months, but today's also the day I celebrated my birthday. Just sit tight and we'll get into it. First of all, I got to say, it's been great. Just turning 39, it feels weird because being on the carnivore diet for the past 6 months, I felt like my health has gotten so much better. I feel like I'm back in my early 20s, back when I first joined the military and was in great shape. I feel like I'm back to that time. So even though I imagine I'm 40 or 40 plus, most of the people I hang out with are my are family members when I'm not at work, and they're all in their 70s or 60s and 50s and 40s and stuff. So I'm definitely the baby of the bunch, other than my kids, but I still feel very young. I want to thank everybody, if they're watching this video, that helped me celebrate my birthday. When I went to work on my actual birthday, I was actually greeted with a big Ziploc bag with freshly made bacon. It was quite a bit of bacon, and I was very thankful. Seems like people there know that I'm a carnivore. Later on that day, I got another gift from my boss, which was a man crate full of all kinds of jerky. Again, I think people there kind of know me a little bit. I talk about the carnivore diet pretty often when I'm at the office. When I got home on my birthday, it was a Friday afternoon, and I decided to let loose a little bit. While my tomahawk steak was on the grill, I decided to drink a beer and have one of these little cigars. As I grabbed a beer and I grabbed the little cigar, my wife looked at me weird because I've been so strict for the past 6 months. I haven't really had anything to drink, and I've quit smoking cigarettes years ago, but I like to let loose every once in a while and have a cigar and a beer. But that was all. Just a cigar and a beer and a great big tomahawk steak. For the rest of the night, I drank water and we played cards. It was actually a really fun night of playing cards. A night we won't forget. And by the way, it was spades, and I rock at spades. So if we ever get to meet and we're on a team, we should do well. That was pretty much the full celebration of my actual birthday day. But it was too late in the day to do what I really wanted to do, and that was go to a Brazilian steakhouse. The Brazilian steakhouse that I would go to is like 45 minutes away. So we can't just do that one day after I get off work. So we all got together, the wife, kids, my brother, father-in-law, his brother and wife, my brother-in-law's wife. We all got together. It was like 8 or 9 of us at this Brazilian steakhouse, and we pigged out because it was an all-you-can-eat. They have a salad bar, and then they have just you sit at the table. I don't know if you've ever been to a Brazilian steakhouse or if this is different from everybody else's, but you literally have this card on your table that is green on one side and red on the other side. And when the green side's up, they bring all kinds of meats. And when you put the red side down, then they know that you're not wanting any at the moment, so they'll walk by you. But they have these big skewers and just meat, just big massive pieces of meat. And they had all kinds of, they had 12 different types of meats, or different ways they cooked the different meats. And it was amazing. Just to name a few different kinds of meats, they had lamb, they had bacon wrapped chicken, bacon wrapped pork. They had bacon wrapped filet mignon, top sirloin, bottom sirloin, some chicken. Oh, I forget, all kinds of different things that I was happy with. I ate so much meat that eventually the bacon wrapped filet mignon started not to taste good. It was weird. At no point did my stomach actually start to feel like it was about to bust. And I've learned that since I've been doing the carnivore diet, that I don't actually get stuffed feeling. It's just that I'm tired of chewing and I'm tired of eating because the food doesn't taste as good as it used to. Which is weird when you're talking about bacon wrapped steak, because bacon wrapped steak should always taste good. But when you're a couple pounds in, it starts to not taste as good as it used to. And if you haven't experienced that, I want to encourage you, go somewhere where you can get as much steak as possible, or buy a great big steak, cook it perfectly, and then just have eat until your heart's content. and you'll experience it. And I think that is probably that point of not being hungry anymore. And that's where I try to be all the time. That way I am less likely to cheat on the diet. And if you're anything like me, not cheating is a big success, because if you watched my last video, I'm an addict when it comes to carbs and sweets, and staying full and stuffed on meat is one of the things that helps me stay focused on the diet and not backslide and retrograde into my old ways. Ultimately, I have to say that going to a Brazilian steakhouse is a carnivore dream come true, because there's everything and as much as you want. If you haven't had the chance to do an all-you-can-eat Brazilian steakhouse restaurant, I think you should give it a shot. I've done a Korean barbecue place where it's like unlimited meat as well, but you have to cook it yourself. This is a much better experience. Even though I liked the Korean barbecue place, this Brazilian barbecue place, you got to try it. Or Brazilian steakhouse, sorry, you got to try it. Now, like I mentioned yesterday, because today's Saturday, yesterday was Friday, yesterday was my actual birthday. Yesterday, I had a beer and a little cigar. Today, I had a different treat. Today, I had real birthday cake. And that real birthday cake is pretty much the only thing that I've had outside of having some nuts or some fruit, some watermelon or some pineapple. So this was the first time in 6 months that I've had anything that was like a baked good with like real sugar and sweetness in it. I have to tell you, it was delicious. It's just how I remember it, but it was super rich, and I probably won't do it again for quite a long time. But I do want to stress the importance of being able to live life a little bit. If you've made it into the 6-month mark, or you're so far in and it's your birthday, or maybe you're 2 years, I don't know at what point you would feel comfortable with yourself, especially if you're a food addict like me. I don't know at what point that you would feel comfortable that you wouldn't go back, but I have experienced being around bad food. I've experienced being tempted. I've experienced eating a whole bunch of fruit in one sitting and being able to easily get back to the carnivore diet without having any struggle. This, I feel like, is like the ultimate test, but I'm way more confident than I've ever been on being able to do something that's not on the plan, but being able to get right back to the plan. And I know that on the carnivore diet and the carnivore community, it's very controversial. It's something that a lot of people, if you're not strict all the time, then you're not carnivore. But to me, I'm not living like I'm a vegan. I know there's like the vegan diet, but if you're not wearing cotton clothes, then you're not a vegan, because a vegan is more of a lifestyle. Well, the carnivore diet to me is not, I'm not like against eating plants or against eating sugar. I mean, I don't think that it's healthy for you, but that's the whole point of the diet for me, is to be healthy. And taking a moment to celebrate a special time in your life with special people and being able to just do something enjoyable and being able to let loose occasionally, I think is a healthy thing to do. While it might not be healthy necessarily for your insides because of your digestion and all that stuff like that, there's more elements of health than just your diet. I think that mental, spiritual, social, relationship, there's all sorts of elements of health. And being able to sit outside and relax, have a beer, smoke a cigar, have some birthday cake within a 24-hour period, and then just get right back onto it for another 180 days, for another 365 days. I mean, I'm probably going to have something for Thanksgiving. My mom's peanut butter cookies are an example of something that I want to have during Christmas time. While she won't make them, I will. It's tradition. Over the past few years that my mom's not been around, I make peanut butter cookies for the family. How would everybody feel if I didn't make peanut butter cookies? How would I feel if I didn't get them suckers? They're like my favorite thing of the whole year. I'm looking forward to them. But I'm waiting until Christmas. I don't have them all the time. It's very rare. So if you don't like the idea of having birthday cake, you don't have to have birthday cake. But for me, that's what it is. As for all the benefits that 6 months on the carnivore diet brings, I can tell you for the last 3 months, I've been documenting and talking about my experience on the carnivore diet. I didn't actually start sharing my story about the carnivore diet on YouTube until I hit the 3-month mark. And what I found is that recently I've been more of maintaining my weight. My health has been steady. I've noticed lower blood pressure and just some numbers changing in my health, better sleep, things like that, more nuanced things. A lot of the weight loss came pretty early. I still have some work to do, and it's very small changes when it comes to like body composition. But overall, I've been finding that it's just really nice being on the carnivore diet and being able to maintain the weight loss that I've achieved so far, because I've never maintained my weight loss this long. So it's one of the easiest maintenance phases I've ever had. So if you haven't started the carnivore diet, or you're still really early to it, I actually put together a free guide to getting started on the carnivore diet. You can find a link in the description. And if you really want to hear about all the different ways I've benefited from the carnivore diet, I want to encourage you to go check out this video right here, where I talk for the very first time about all the benefits I've gotten from the carnivore diet. Before you go, I hope you can tell me how you plan on celebrating your birthday for the carnivore diet. And if you think there's something wrong or good about the way I celebrated mine, feel free to tell me. Hope to see you in the next video, and I will talk with you soon. Bye.